Good afternoon, Las Cruces, and welcome to another edition of the Hispano Chamber's Business Networking Channel. Toby Rue and John Munoz, our regular hosts, are out on vacation. Today joining us will be Vice President of the Hispano Chamber, Santiago Soto III. Santiago, how are you doing today?
Fine. Happy to be here.
Great. And this will be your second time on the show?
Third time actually.
Okay,
yeah,
excellent.
Third time, but nice. It's very interesting. It's nice to be able to converse with our membership this way. It's a good thing.
Definitely. Well, Santiago, before we get started with today's show, I want to go ahead and mention to the public a couple of the Chamber's upcoming events and some other events that are going out in the community. Coming up this Thursday, July 21st, is our monthly Mix and Mingle. The Hispano Chamber will be hosting its monthly networking event from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. at Morrison Supply Showroom, 311 Southgate Court. Of course, all Hispano Chamber members and supporters are invited to attend. Another important event coming up in which the Hispano Chamber is participating in is the Donate Live Car Show, which takes place in the morning and afternoon of Saturday, July 23rd. That's this Saturday, and it's at Young Park. And we encourage anyone out in the community that likes vehicles, interested in healthcare here locally, or is in any way connected to a family, a friend, or anyone who's received either a donor who has received an organ transplant or who has been a donor of an organ. We encourage you all to come out and support this great event. Again, Saturday, July 23rd in the morning and afternoon at Young Park.
They're going to have some great cars, I understand, out there.
Oh,
some
definitely.
Nice cars out there.
Yes. If you're interested in hot rods,
yes.
Souped up cars of any type, we definitely encourage you folks to come out and join us for that. There's a lot of car enthusiasts here locally, and this will be a great opportunity to see what Las Cruces has to offer.
And it's a family affair. Bring the kids.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, of course.
Kids will love it. They can play around there at the park too while mom and dad enjoy the show.
Definitely. And then Santiago, we also have coming up an event that we also want to support is the Veterans Information Fair being hosted at Doña Ana Community College. So to our veterans out in our community in Las Cruces, come learn about the resources locally that are there to help you out with a variety of different things. But really, learn about the opportunities that there are for veterans here. That's taking place on August 3rd, which is my birthday. So that's a special day for me.
A special day.
And we'll actually be at the Veterans Fair on that day. So if you see me there, feel free to give me a present.
Or bring a cake or something.
And that's taking place at Doña Ana Community College, folks. If you need some more information about that event, call the New Mexico Department of Vocational Rehabilitation. They'll have some information for you. And then lastly, also want to mention the Hispano Chamber golf tournament. Our annual golf tournament is coming up on Friday, September the 16th. It's still a while away, but we want to encourage the public, our members, and anybody else interested in shooting a couple of rounds of golf with Hispano Chamber members and board members to come out and join us at Sonoma Ranch Golf Course. Again, Friday, September 16th, which, are you familiar with that day, Santiago?
Yes. 16 de septiembre, absolutely.
That's right.
Another thing about this golf course, those of you who have played golf with us in the past, in the tournaments, this is going to be one that you're going to remember. It's going to be one like we've never had before. Matter of fact, I don't think there's one that's ever been, that we've ever had in Las Cruces that's going to be like this.
Oh,
so
no.
it's going to be a great event. So I encourage you, come on and play some golf. It's good for you. It's good for the familia, and enjoy all the activities that we're going to have while we're there that night or that day.
Yeah, in fact, we're going to be having what is it called? The Round of Mexico, Taste of Mexico.
Taste of Mexico.
You get to taste 10 different Mexican beers at the golf tournament. There's going to be a cigar there, cigars on deck provided by Las Cruces Cigar Company. We're going to have the Las Cruces Vaqueros there, hoping to have the NMSU Sundancers there. There's going to be prizes at every hole. There's going to be a special piñata breaking ceremony for adults only. It's got special goodies inside.
Sounds great. Sounds great.
Yet to be done at a golf tournament before, so we're very excited about that.
Matter of fact, there's good sponsorship opportunities still available, and I want to encourage all of you out there, especially our members. We still need a major sponsor. And I'm not going to give this opportunity to you for long because we're going to sell that real quick. But if you're interested, please call Gabe at the office, and tell them that you're interested in that sponsorship, and we might be able to give it to you. Remember that.
Excellent.
Friday, September the 16th.
Well, today's show, Santiago, the topic of today's show, which I should have mentioned at the beginning of the show, but we're kind of rookies to this, so we're learning on the fly, which is okay. But the topic of today's show is the Small Business Lending Fair. The City of Las Cruces and the Hispano Chamber of Commerce have taken the lead in organizing this event, open to the public, free to the public. What we're doing is basically bringing out local banks, local loan representatives that do commercial loans for small business here in Las Cruces are going to be there. They're going to distribute information. They're going to distribute the different packets that they have. They're going to talk to members of the public about what it takes to start a small business here locally in terms of, of course, when you put together a package to get some funding, you have to have certain things in place, such as a business plan. Usually you need a management team, you need an accountant, different things that the members of the public should be aware of when they're bringing those ideas to the table to start
business plan. You got to have that también. And Gabe, I'm really excited about the Small Business Lending Fair. And I want to thank the City of Las Cruces because they were very gratefully. We're very grateful to them in being the sponsor and helping us out with this, along with Tom Udall, the Senator of New Mexico, the New Mexico SBDC, and the Hispano Chamber. All good people for helping us put this thing together. One thing that I've been to several of these in my life, but one thing that stands out with this small business fair is you're going to have the leaders, the lenders are going to be there that you can sit across the table from them and you can discuss your business with them, and they can tell you where you're at as far as money that you can get
definitely
for that business. So that's important.
Definitely. I mean, the purpose of the lending fair ultimately is in line with the Chamber's mission to educate the public, but also to support local economic development. Now, potentially, what can come out of this Small Business Lending Fair is that new businesses will be able to start because they'll find the capital that they need, or the resources that they need, not just from banks, but we'll talk a little bit later in the show about who else is going to be there that can also help with funding assistance, but also for existing business owners that are interested in expanding their current businesses. Maybe there's folks here in town that have a great restaurant that feel like they can open a location in another place. Well, we're going to have the resources at this lending fair to tell these folks this is exactly what you need. If your books look good, if you're doing well in business, there's no reason why you can't grow your business, expand here locally, and we'll have those resources available there. So we're inviting both new entrepreneurs and existing small business owners to take advantage of this great opportunity.
It's the real thing, folks. This is the real thing. It's not just something that's going to be just to eat up your time. You're going to have some great people there, workshops and supportive services, alternative lenders, and lenders right there, like I said, sitting across from you, and they'll sit there and they can tell you exactly what you need to get to qualify for those monies that are available out there.
Now, the fair takes place from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Friday, August 5th, which is about 3 weeks from now. What's good about choosing this time frame is that typically on Fridays, employers are a little bit more flexible as far as letting their employees out to attend these types of events, to do professional development.
Yes.
In this case, it would be business development. So for the business owners out there, they can really take advantage of this situation. It's on a Friday, which are typically sometimes the slower days, which is why we chose the date. So we're encouraging all the small business owners out there, specifically chamber members, to come out and look at the resources.
Yes.
But it's open to the public, so anybody can come and meet some of our local bank representatives. Now, before we move on to speaking about who else will be at the lending fair, I want to mention briefly the current exhibitors that we have.
Excellent.
These are the folks that will be at our Small Business Lending Fair on Friday, August 5th. Of course, we have the Small Business Development Center. We have Wells Fargo, Enchantment Land Certified Development Corporation, Bank of the West. The City of Las Cruces will be there. SCORE, the Professional Business Advisors, will be there. Success Incorporated, Sierra County Economic Development Organization, Mesilla Valley Economic Development Alliance, the Las Cruces Green Chamber of Commerce, good partners of ours, Bank of the Rio Grande, First Light Federal Credit Union, the Loan Fund, Acción New Mexico. The Small Business Administration will be coming down here from Albuquerque.
Wow, we got some good people. We're going to have some good
Oh,
organizations
definitely.
there, Gabe.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
This is an all-star lineup for
Sure.
business support and business development that you would have to go to all these different places. You'd have to travel to Albuquerque.
That's right. That's right. Just to
you'd
see
have
these
to
people.
you'd have to go to individual banks to get individual appointments with different loan representatives. I mean, we're going to be offering this all in one place.
And all these exhibitors have said they'll be there.
They will be there.
Fantastic.
And that's not all of them, Santiago.
Yeah.
We still have some more. We got prepaid legal services will be there.
Fantastic.
They have wonderful small business support programs. Masterminds de las Cruces, they're a business referral organization here in town. The newest phenomenon to hit the borderland in business development, La Red will be here, and they specialize in the foreign-owned businesses moving over to the U.S., and they'll be able to provide some assistance to anybody here locally or in El Paso that wants to start a business in Las Cruces. They'll be able to tell them exactly what they do and how they facilitate the business startups here in the United States. Another phenomenon that we have here locally, Spaceport America Consultants. This is, everybody's asking about what's it going to take for me to be part of the Spaceport supply chain? What's it going to take for me to get involved with Spaceport business? Either as a contractor, subcontractor, or as a supplier, or as a support business. So the Spaceport America Consultants will be here. Hernandez and Company, that's an accounting firm out of El Paso that also specializes in Mexican businesses moving to the United States. They're opening up an office here in Las Cruces, and they're actually one of the newest members of the Hispano Chamber of Commerce.
Great.
So they will be here to showcase their services and products as well. Also, our Greater Las Cruces Chamber of Commerce, a good partner of ours here in the community as well, will be here. Century Bank has committed to having a table.
I like all these lending institutions.
Oh,
That's
definitely.
Good. That's
I
good.
mean, this is going to be a one-stop shop for everybody who needs some help with that. So, moving on, we have the Community Action Agency. They have some wonderful business support programs. Specifically, they work in the rural areas of Doña Ana County. And provide lots of assistance out in San Miguel, Vado, Chamberino, Anthony, all those different places, La Union. So they'll be there showcasing their entire roster of services that they have.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Primerica, another financing company out of El Paso. USDA Rural Development has a bunch of specialized small business loans. Westcor has microloans. The Arrowhead Center is going to be there. Community Action Agency of Southern New Mexico. Oh, I think I mentioned them. Applied Capital and Encompass International, two alternative lenders out of Albuquerque, will be there as well. So we're very excited about that lineup of folks that we have. In particular, I want to let folks know that the micro lenders, which primarily operate out of Albuquerque, with the exception of Westcor, will be here. For folks familiar with microlending, or if you're not familiar with microlending, it's an alternative to commercial loans that you would get from a bank or another larger financial institution. They're really the ones that help the grassroots mom and pop operations start.
Sure.
So we're excited to have them here. So there's something in here for everybody. But before we move on and talk a little bit more about the Small Business Lending Fair, Santiago, let's just take a quick break, and we'll return shortly and talk a little bit more about the August 5th Small Business Lending Fair.
August 5th, 9 to 2, don't forget.
We'll be right back.